Hello from Tucson, everybody, where the weather is great. Well, most of the time anyway. Today I'm bringing to you a few new things. First of all, we're filming on location at the RV park, so welcome to my new studio. Second of all, today's flow is my very own mind-body mashup called Hyb-Flow. In today's practice, we're going to flow through 4 separate vinyasas, and the first time through, each sequence will be a very modified version. And then we'll ramp up the challenge along the way. Remember, you're here to honor your body, so work at your own level. So we're going to start off on all fours and just take a moment to get yourself situated. Remember, hands under shoulders and knees under hips. And then go ahead and flow through a few cat and cow poses, just kind of warming up the spine a little bit. Remember to inhale on cow and exhale on cat as you round your spine. And then go ahead and take it to a flat back. Turn your belly on and then go ahead and lift up. We're going to lift up our left leg and our right arm at the same time, starting to get a heat building in the core. Stay nice and strong, and then put that foot and hand down and take it to the other side. Extending the right leg and the left arm. Nice and strong. Think length from fingertips to toes. Excellent. We're going to take a moment to reset ourselves. Flow through a few more cat-cows. Breathing in. Exhaling. Don't forget your breath. Make sure you don't drop the belly a little too far down. And then go ahead and set your shoulders. And we're going to turn the toes under this time and just lift the knees a couple inches off of your mat. Just a few inches, really starting to kick in those core muscles. And then the knees come back down. And flow again through a few cat-cow sequence. Breathing in. Exhale. Set yourself with a flat spine again. And then lift those knees just a few inches off the mat. Knees come down. And again, roll through the spine. Tuck the chin for cat. Lift the chin and the tail for cow. Flat back, toes turn under, and lift the knees slightly off the mat. You'll notice that your core and your spine are starting to become very warm now. Toes turn under, and now go ahead and extend that right leg again. Bring the knee in towards the chin, extend the leg long, knee to chin. Extend the leg long. Again, we're warming up here. Knee to chin. And then put that leg down. Take it to the other side. Leg extended. Chin is up. Curling. Chin in, knee in. Breathe in as you open up and lengthen. Exhale as the knee comes in towards the chin. Lengthen and inhale. And then that knee comes back down. From here, we're going to reset the shoulders, turn the toes under, and just slightly lift those knees off of the mat. Again, turning on the muscles in the core. And again, knee to chest, or to chin, I should say. Now this time, we're going to rotate and lift all the way up to a modified side plank. Now, I promised you that we'd start modified, so we're going to start with that toe down. And then bring it back to hands and knees. Careful when you turn, you don't want to torque out that kneecap as you turn back onto hands and knees. From here, on the other side, knee comes into chin, extend. Now you can go ahead and drop the toe as you turn, and then open all the way up into a modified side plank. Toe down. Now if you're ready to move on and you know what's coming next, you can go ahead and keep that toe up. From here, again, switching back to the first side, knee to chin, And now this time, the second level is just keeping that leg up as you open up into your modified side plank. Knee comes back down, switching to the other side, knee in towards the chin, extend long, and then keeping that leg up, we're lifting the arm up. This is the second tier. Beautiful. Arm comes back down. Reset the shoulders. Turn the toes under. Lift the knees off, slightly off of the mat. Lower them back down. Going back to the first side. Chin to chest. Now this time the leg is lifted, but we're actually going to take a few toe taps. So we're getting a little bit of action in the hip abductors as we hold ourselves in that plank. Go ahead and take it to the other side. Knee comes in, leg is extended, arm comes up. Remember your modifications if you'd like to use them. Otherwise, we're doing a couple toe taps, lifting and lowering, and bringing it back down onto all fours. Reset those shoulders, pull that core in nice and tight, turn the toes under, lift the knees off, and now press all the way back into down dog. We're going to hold that dog, take a few minutes to settle into it before you drop back down to knees. And starting with the first leg, knee comes into chin, open up into your side plank. Now again, we're adding another level, so we're adding the arm in here with the leg lifts. That's optional, of course. You can still be at the first level. Honor your body. Come back to all fours and take it to the other side. Leg comes up, rotate, open up, arm comes long, and then lifting both the arm and the leg at the same time. Remember, you're strong through the core and the breath is moving as you're lifting. And then bring it back down onto all fours, turn toes under, pop right up into your down dog. And then we're going to come down onto our knees and lower down in chaturanga. Remember, this is your modified version. And come up to a baby cobra before pushing back up onto hands and knees. Going back to the first leg, knee to chin, open up into your side plank, lift and lower. Now we're lifting the arm and leg a little bit higher, bringing them closer together. You can bring it, if you can touch all the way to your thigh or your toe, feel free. Coming back down, switching to the other side. Knee comes into the chin, leg extends, open up into your modified side plank, and then lift and lower the same side, arm and leg. Beautiful. Back to all fours. Pop up into your down dog. And then we're coming down to a vinyasa. Now remember, you can put your knees down or you can stay up in your full plank if you'd like to. And then we're pressing up to a full cobra. Toes turn under, press back to down dog. And then we're going to take another plank and press back to down dog. Now you can see that we're moving through. It's a flowing movement from plank to down dog. If you'd like to put your knees down to modify this plank, please feel free. Now all the way down with the chaturanga and lifting up into a full cobra. Now that was the first level of this next vinyasa. So now we're in down dog. We're going to flow through this again. Again, knees come down for the modified version. And then lower down into chaturanga. Well, you'll notice that's 3 times that we're pressing back to our down dog and then down to our plank. So now we're going to add another level of difficulty here, another challenge. We're in our down dog. Go ahead and take a moment to nod your head yes and shake your head no, and make sure you're not holding any tension in the neck. And now we're going to lift up our right leg. Now this is your second level option. Coming down to plank, up to your dog. So it's a 3-legged dog and a 3-legged plank. Now you can have both legs down, or you can be using your knees in your plank. Coming down all the way in your chaturanga and up to cobra. Turn the toes under and press back to down dog. Shake out your head. Now we're lifting up the other side and coming down to our three-legged dog, to a three-legged plank. Again, you can modify with the foot down or coming down onto your knees with your plank. And then we're going to take our chaturanga to our cobra, toes turn under, press up to your dog. Now the next level is going to be leg up and then pulling the knee in. Now notice the knee is hovering just a few inches off of the mat when it comes in. So you've got a plank going, a three-legged plank, but the knee is coming in. And then as we come down in chaturanga, we're keeping that leg up, building strength, building heat through the core, shoulders, and then pressing back to down dog. Let's take it to the other side, leg up in the air. Ooh, look at those dirty feet. Those are desert feet, kid. Knee comes in, lifting all the way up, and then a three-legged plank all the way down with chaturanga. From here, we're going to press up into our cobra, smile for the camera, and then toes turn under and press back to down dog. From here, we're going to step our right leg forward. We're moving on now. And we're going to open it up into a nice twist. Now, this is the first modified version. So your left knee is down, your hands come onto your thigh, and you come up in a modified crescent pose. Let's try it on the other side. Leg steps forward, open up into your twist, put the opposite knee down, put your hands on your thighs, and then lift up into your modified crescent pose. We're going to bring that leg back, and now we're going to take it to the next level. After a short break, that is. Come down onto your belly, and all we're going to do is bend the knees and reach our hands back. Come up onto all fours and press back to down dog. So from here, let's step that first leg forward, open up into our side twist. Now we're going to level 2 here. So this time the back knee is staying up. We put our hands on our thighs as we lift up. We come up to a full crescent pose and then back down again. And that front leg comes back. You are in your down dog, and now we're going right to that other leg. Into a twist. Hands come up onto the thigh, and then reaching up into our crescent pose and back down. From here, let's take it to our down dog, and then we're going to take it all the way down to the mat. Forehead stays on the mat. Knees bend. You can reach back or don't even reach back. And then we're just going to lift our shoulders and chest off the mat. From here, go ahead up onto all fours. Toes turn under, press back into down dog. Now we're going to go back to that first leg again, adding another layer. So we're going to step forward, open up with our twist. Now this time we're just going to lift straight up into our crescent pose. Bring the arms down, back to the mat, and then step back. From here, from your downward dog, go ahead and look towards your hands, step the leg forward, and then open up into your twist, and then lift, rising up into your crescent pose. Arms come out to the sides and down. Foot comes back into down dog. Take it to your plank or modified plank, you choose. And then keeping the forehead on the mat, we're going to reach back for our feet, ankles. And now, not only are we lifting our chest and shoulders off the mat, but now we're lifting our thighs off of the mat, and we're in a full bow pose. From here, press up to all fours, and then all the way back into child's pose. Stay here for just a few breath cycles. Breath is moving. And then we're going to rise up and bring our legs around. And we're going to start our staff pose. You might notice, by the way, that I haven't had as much difficulty with my shirt today. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But for now, oh, look at those dirty desert feet. We're going to lift our heels off of the mat. Turn our core on nice and strong. Now you also want to have your legs squeezed together here. Inhale up, inhale down, let the legs come back down. Breathe in. You can bend your knees as you forward fold. Now remember, this is the first level. And then go ahead and extend those legs. Arms come back behind you, and we're just going to open up through the clavicle and lift the heart to the sky. You can let your head drop back if that feels okay on your neck. Okay, so next level. Squeezing the legs together, lifting the heels off the mat, and turning the core on nice and strong. We're going to reach those arms overhead. And now we're going to hold our arms out in front of us. We're going to turn to the side. And then come center, keeping everything turned on nice and tight. Come back to the center. And then lower the legs down. Inhale up. Exhale, level 2 fold. Is just a little bitty slight bend in the knees. Now go ahead and come on back. This time we're going to bring the feet up onto the mat, and we're going to be in a modified reverse plank with bent knees. Go ahead and place those legs down onto the mat. Squeeze the legs together. Lift the heels off of the mat. Core is in tight. Inhale, arms come out in front of you. Now this time, I want you to turn on all of those muscles. You can see my hands are kind of shaking a little bit because my muscles are all turned on so strong here. Come back to the center. Keeping the legs lift up. Inhale up. Exhale and fold. Remember, this is the third tier. So if you want to drop those legs, feel free to do that. Now inhale, arms come up, and we're going to go ahead and lift all the way up into a reverse plank. Remember your options here. Exhale and lower down. Back with an inhale up. And oh yeah, look behind you. Make sure you don't hit yourself on the RV. And then roll all the way down. So we're going to do some roll-ups here, but our first level is going to be arms to the side, up on our forearms, and then lifting all the way up. Exhaling with a forward fold. Inhale. And go ahead and take a turn to each side. Arms come up overhead. And rolling back down, tier 1 is forearms on the mat, roll it down, and then arms overhead. Now go ahead and lift up. This time, tier 2, we're lifting up all the way, turning from side to side, keeping the abs turned on nice and strong. Lifting up overhead and then folding forward. Arms lift up, and we're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Keeping the arms overhead. Remember, that is tier 2. Lifting up, rolling up. Inhale, exhale, and drop the arms. From here, we're bringing those hands behind us. And we're going to sit with a nice long spine and just go ahead and lift up one leg and then the other. So you're just extending from the knee, keeping the abdominal muscles turned on nice and strong. Inhale up and then just fold into a little ball. That was tier 1. So tier 2 is going to have hands behind you, fingertips facing in towards the body, and you're going to lift up the legs and then drop one knee at a time. Both legs come down, sit up, and then roll into a little ball. This time bring your tippy toes up and just hold yourself up in a balanced pose. Bring the feet down, lengthen through the spine, bring the arms back behind you to tier 3. This time both legs come up and we drop both toes down at the same time. Remember, you're choosing your level. Lift and lower, strong through the core. Now go ahead and roll into your ball, and you're just going to roll back slightly and then come up and touch those toes down. Sit with a nice long spine. And then this is the final tier. Lengthen, sitting in a beautiful, what's known as either a V-sit or a boat pose, and tapping the toes down. Now you're going to roll into a ball. This time you're going to roll all the way back and you're going to come up and stop before those toes touch the mat, and then bring yourself to a nice seated pose. Good job, you guys. From here, just lengthen through the belly. Exhale and come all the way back down. All right, we're going to take a little stretch for the back here. And you're going to have a couple different options. You can have the leg in front of you. You can set the foot right on top of the, in the crevice by the knee, or you can bring that foot all the way back by your hip into a half lotus pose. From here, we're going to inhale, keeping the sits bones intact with the mat. Fold down and just feel a beautiful opening through the lower back, all the way up your spine, even into your neck. Using our hands, we're going to push ourselves upright, and then we're just going to switch which foot was in front. So remember, you can have it laying in front on the mat. You can lift it up and just set that foot over by the knee so your legs are stacked, your calves are stacked on top of one another, or take it to a half lotus pose. Inhale, breathe in, exhale and fold. Feel that beautiful opening deep down low. Hold it here. Inhale and bring your rise back up. Now we're going to come over, roll over onto our hands and knees, press up into a down dog, and then walk our feet forward. We're going to do a couple of balance poses, or a balance flow, I should say. Scoot yourself up to a flat back, and then round down to your fold again. Breathe in, inhale, arms rise up as your body rises up. Exhale, arms come down. Now from here, we're going to bring our arms out to the side, and we're just going to tap a toe forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Remember, this is tier 1. Go ahead and roll the shoulders out, and then lift those arms again to the sides, the other leg forward and back, forward and back. One more time. Beautiful. Arms come down. Take a big inhale up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, and the arms come down halfway. We're taking it to tier 2. So now you can try it with a bent knee in front and a tap behind you. A bent knee in front and a tap behind you. Do it again. And tap behind you. And then bring that foot back and drop the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, bring those arms all the way down. Roll the shoulders. And now bring the arms out to your side. Other side. Knee up and tap back. Knee up and tap back. Beautiful. Arms come down. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise all the way up. Exhale. Bring those arms halfway down. Now this is tier 3. Knee comes up. Now instead of tapping, we're going to extend that leg out behind us. And extend. Knee up. And extend. Now this time we're going all the way to a warrior 3. And the foot comes down. Roll those shoulders out. Inhale, bring the arms halfway up. Other side. Lift the knee and bring the leg back. Lift the knee. Bring the leg back. Lift the knee. This time the leg comes back and we come forward into our warrior 3. Strong through the core. Breath is moving. And let's bring that leg down. Inhale up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and fold. From here, we're going to step our feet back and come down onto all fours. And then we're going to scoot our legs around in front of us again. Coming down onto the mat. Knees come into the chest. Arms come out to the sides. And we're just going to rock and roll through the hips. Knees are drawing little circles on the sky. Go ahead and reverse those circles. Now we're going to go ahead and drop our hips and knees down to one side. You can always use a block or a towel underneath your legs if they don't quite make it to the ground. And then bring the knees up and roll it to the other side. Come back to the center. Take a moment before you extend the right leg. Keep the left knee into the chest. And then we're just going to roll that left knee over to the other side. Again, you can place a towel or a block underneath that knee if you need a little bit of support. Knee comes back up to the center. Both knees are into the chest and then switch sides. Extend the leg long, arms out to the side, and roll through the hips until that knee is over onto the other side. Now remember, you can stay at tier 1. You can have both knees bent. Coming back to the center. Go ahead and bring those switching to the other side. Arms come out to the side. Now we're going to roll the leg over and then extend all the way from the knee. So now you are in a supine triangle pose. Again, you can be at tier 1 or tier 2. Bend the knees, pull them back into the chest, and then switch it to the other side. Knee comes into the chest, arms come out long to the side, roll the hips and knees over, and then extend that leg long. Bring those knees back into the chest. And then go ahead and pull the chin in, make a nice ball, a tight ball out of yourself, and then extend yourself long, arms overhead, toes pointing. Again, bring the knees into the chest, chin to knees, and then extend, full body stretch. It's like your whole body is yawning right now. Breathe in, exhale, bring the knees in, rock from side to side. Now we're going to pull the soles of the feet together in a reclined butterfly pose. Now tier 1 was hands in front. Tier 2 is to reach those hands behind you and pull them in a little bit further. And then tier 3 is actually legs fully extended. Again, you decide what pose feels best for you and honor where you're at today. Tier 2, Tier 1. And then bring those knees together. Bring the feet down to the mat, arms come to the sides, and go ahead and get yourself nice and comfortable. Extend your legs out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and just feel your body melt into the mat. It's time for a little bit of relaxation, meditation. Take your time to just let your muscles melt away from your bones. And stay here as long as you'd like to.